Hello everyone, welcome to the weekly showcase where we showcase our submission from the Discord. We have about 7 submissions this week, and I'm glad that everyone is taking the prompt very seriously and very interesting. I'll show you in a moment, but yeah, let's start with my own 243. Ta-da! Now I know that this looks bad, but I really want to try to draw something like this for the fabulous prompt to subvert the expectation. I had fun drawing this, like the pose itself. It's very simple, but what comes is the line art. The brush itself is just a simple, soft, basic opacity brush like this one. But what's made it interesting is that I changed line color, and you can definitely see like errors in there. I really like the background and the coloring. It's very pastel-like, and the background I just use a stamp tool and just spam whatever in the background, and it works. Right? I should use the stamp tool more often than not. Really, it looks really fabulous. The drawing itself was just like a small random doodle at first, until someone said like, "Ooh, mate, is this for the fabulous prompt?" I was about to say them that no, but then something clicked. Maybe I can do something with that, and then I turned that random doodle into this. As you can see, I tried to draw my VTube's character, but obviously some didn't go well, so good nonetheless. On the next one, we have a submission from Omnation, which is a yandere bride with like keys and leash and cage. Look like she just have a very fun wedding with someone, probably her victim. What I'm really interested in this is the fact that the clothing feels very detailed. The blood itself looks good, like the splash on the dress. You can see like definitely on the foot, on the heel. Maybe she just stomped someone, and then on the dress, maybe like he's groveling, and then she just stomped him, and then he just spew blood all over her. But the white dress and the red blood really comes into contrast. You can see the garland on her head and the way that he laughs at him as she dangles the key. Honestly, it's very good work. I really like the chair, especially the shiny effect, the highlights on the cushions, and the bouquet under the chair, which is like, I'm starting to think like she was using the bouquet to hit him too, because you can see the blood on that. Drawings like these are very good because it can tell us a lot of things, like the story, what's happening in the background, what's happening. I really like storytelling through illustrations. Yeah, I really like the Joker though, and the wedding bell. Dress itself looks real detailed. You can see the folding here and there. I mean, technically he has been working or like practicing dresses, and it looks like his practicing are being paid off. Thank you, Omnation, for submitting. I hope to see you are doing well, and hope to see more of your submissions. Oh, fun fact, he said that this wasn't meant for the prompt, but he saw mine and said, fuck it, let's do it. And then he just posted it for prompt, and now we have this. Now, on to the next one we have is this from Brogan. I mean, it's very straightforward from a person like gun like this. Maybe he was watching my stream and he got inspired and tried to do it. Technically he's just a starter, but I'll cut him some slack. It's very interesting to see one of my drawings just inspire someone else. It's not a lot of things that can inspire one person, but to see my own to inspire someone else, like combination to poses, and then this guy to draw, to see Brocam draw his OC pointing a gun at his head. Now the drum itself is very simple, the art itself is very simple. I'm not gonna go into detail with it. All I'm gonna say, it looks, the color in the background, you can see a little bit of highlighting. I think he was scribbling instead of using a filter, which is very interesting. The character itself is very simple, they are just a lot of scribble, but you can definitely see the outlines. So yeah, the gun is, you know, low detail. But I guess what's make this fabulous is the fact that nothing is very in order. Everything is very out of line. Even the outline of very scribbly. The background also very scribbly. Even the gun is scribbly, chaotic, and stuff like that. Thank you, Brocam, for submitting. I wish to see you continue your art journey. And yeah, first submission on you. On the next one, we have this from Cosmic. He sent this with no explanation except the word fabulous. Yes. I gotta say, this is very good looking. Maybe she's like a princess or like a queen who just went through a rampage. You can see the 3D effect on the blood and the hair. It looks like she's glowing. There's definitely white here and there, especially on the, let's say, metal part, like metal-y part. You can see here on the blood too, like the highlight. Definitely in the dark there's no highlight, but when it goes in light, there's a little bit of highlight here and there. It really makes a thing pop. There's a lot of blood here and there, and she leaves a trail of blood. Maybe she just went through like a battle or something, and she herself doesn't seem to have any injuries. So very good storytelling on like what kind of character this is. This is a very interesting sword. I've never seen a sword like that. Is it like a rapier? No, it's not a rapier, because rapier have a handguard, but this one just straight up needle. So my guess is a little bit of hybrid of a point weapon. Overall, it looks very nice. Very nice. The line of self in the clothes is very scribbly. I mean, it really tells the story of this character. I like it. Like, it goes very well with drawing. The blood here and there. I think I need to practice how to make the blood and the metal-y parts pop like this. The hand itself is very interesting. It's high detail but also low detail at the same time. I don't know what to say about it. And her expression is just smiling at you, which is terrifying. Like, if you think about it, if someone like covered in blood with a weapon that is dripping like fluids like this, and like she stares at you like this, I'd say she's wife material, granted that she doesn't kill you first. Anyway, thank you, Cosmic, for submitting. I wish to see you work in better works. Is that even a sentence? Work on better works. I hope to see you submit more in the future and work on yourself, just like, yeah, work on your art, work on yourself, and yeah, I see you all next time. Next one we have is from a newcomer, actually. their name is Mock, and they sent this prompt, and it looks really dazzling. Probably like the most normal one so far. Everything else is just dark, grimy, and depressing at most. But this one, I don't think there's any hidden intention except for like the transparent clothes, which I don't think there's any explicit. What I'm interested in is how they made the clothes folding wide transparent. As you can see, the pose itself and the color is very pastel-like, which I really enjoy. The hair itself is very interesting. There's like a little dot here and there, and use like some kind of special brush. The artist some use like some kind of crayon brush, and it's really interesting. And in the shadow, you can see 3 different colors. The normal skin tone, and then there's a little bit of yellowy, and the purple in the middle. And I think the purple mixed with the skin tone. The shading is interesting. It's unique. Yeah, like that. Very interesting. I really like it. Especially background is exploding with lights. Dazzling paparazzis, and it honestly it looks, let's say, dazzling, fabulous, shiny, bright. All the adjective to describe this drawing. I'm interested on how they made it transparent though. Maybe they just draw a layer of cloth and then they draw like a skin tone on top of it to sell the transparent look. But if you think about it, the brain itself doesn't understand the concept of transparency when it translates in the drawing. So when I do transparent clothing, I just, you know, use this brush and erase, but usually it doesn't go well. So adding a skin tone on top of the transparent layer is really hard for me to do. But I think they nailed it. It looks really interesting. It looks really cool. I think I need to extend my vocab to just to describe this painting or like drawing. Overall, very good drawing. Thank you, Mock, for submitting. I hope you're having fun in the server, and I hope to see more of your drawings in the next showcase. Anyway, next one we have from Kira. It's very fabulous indeed. The revelation. The woman is very fabulous, and that's it. Danger, noun. The possibility. Fuck, I can't draw. The possibility of suffering harm, injury, or death. Possibility. Yeah, possibility. I cannot read it because I cannot read this word in this font. But I apologize. Yeah, possibility. Yeah, the drawing itself is very cool. You can see the splash of blood and the way that she just stepped on this guy. Like the absolute queen she is. She's giving that Dark Souls boss vibe that you have to like meet before going through an area, or like having to get her soul or something. Oh, she kind of reminds me of Elana from Dark Souls 2. Love that she just wields great sword with her hand. listening Dark Souls music while trying it. That's a good sign. See? She have very Dark Souls-y vibe to her. Kira, I recommend you play Dark Souls 2. Scholar of the First Sin. Elana and Nashandra. Yeah, the boss is similar to this. Overall, this is very nice. I really like the coloring of the stress and the line itself. The blood is very misty. How you say? Misty? Like splashy in there. Like when you shoot someone or you kill someone, the blood itself don't shoot out like in water shooting out, but sometimes it goes out like in a mist, and it's way scarier to see a blood mist than a blood flow, if you know what I mean. You can see like the blood. Been trying to get into Dark Souls, but I played Remaster 1. It was way too hard, not funny way. There you go. More way. Everything I go, I die. Yeah, that's Dark Souls 1 for you, which I don't recommend playing just yet. I think you should try Dark Souls 3 first, because Dark Souls 3 is more like a linear path instead of open world, like yeah. For Dark Souls 3, there's definitely a straight path that you can take, but for Dark Souls 1 and 2, there's a lot of way you can go. And don't get me started on Elden Ring, because that game is way too open and too big. And yeah, trust me, everywhere you go, you will die. Dark Souls 3 is probably like the easiest by far, in my opinion. And then go for Dark Souls 1. That's like hard. I have never played Dark Souls 1. If you want fun, try Dark Souls 3. Trust me. If you want like CBT, like cock and ball torture, try Dark Souls 2. Trust me, that game is hard. It's like brutal. Anyway, back with drawing. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about it, but the other side, like, very dark. Here doesn't have any eyes, which reminded me of the Firekeeper from Dark Souls 3. Crown jewel. And the background is very dark. You can see the blood from the sword drip down into the man's face, and it just keeps dripping down. Very interesting. Thank you, Kira, for submitting. I hope to see more of your drawings next time. Maybe like, yeah, maybe on the same vibe, to see how well you can do. On the next one, which is also the final submissions, which is, interestingly, a very fairly normal Fabulous from. They utilize the pose and the dazzling light. I think this is from Sailor Moon, but I don't remember which one this is. Sailor Moon. Let me check on who this is. Is this Sailor? It's where? Well, it's definitely not Sailor Mercury. Wait, is this Venus? No, I don't. Shit, I am going through a wiki right now, and I cannot see her. No, that's not Sailor Venus. What is Jupiter? No, that's not Jupiter. Mercury, no. Mars. Nope. I'm at a loss. I don't think that there's anyone. I think I'll ask Hilly later. But overall, this is a very Sailor Moon inspired. Same Neptune. Yep, that's it. That's the word. That's the one. The Sailor Neptune. Her hair is a little bit more green though. But oh well. Yeah, it is Sailor Neptune. You're right. Yukira for suggesting that. Yeah, that's right. You can see, I have never watched any Sailor Moon myself, but I heard that is a very interesting anime. Anyway, the drawing itself, it's like a very clean drawing. And to be honest, this might be the cleanest drawing they've. Guys, subscribe to the channel for more Sailor Moon fun fact. I've never watched any Sailor Moon myself though. This might be the cleanest drawing Hilly I've ever done or like submitting, because I can't remember to date any clean. I mean, there's definitely rough patches in there. You can see like color going through the outline, but overall this is very clean, at least in my standard. I really like her expression, and she's just very like, he just looked through camera as he danced in the moon in the spotlight. You can see the shadow coming down from shit. This hand, and the shadow represent that too. The color, I can see like the coloring is very believable. And it's very simple too. They use like a simple skin color and multiply and they scribble in there, and it really pops. It really pops, let me tell you. And the legs and the heels, I really like the highlight that he put around the clothing and the leg. It makes the clothing pops. And the gloves. Funny enough, I drew Sailor Moon like a year ago and it doesn't compare to this. Oh yeah, I might need to draw Sailor Moon next time. Overall, it's a very nice piece. You can see the heels shining on the wrapping of the legs. Oh, also the metal is all shining. Now I just noticed, like the metal crown and necklace, and the jewel in the middle. I really like her gentle expression too. Overall, a very nice and interesting looking piece. A very interesting way to end this prompt. This is yep. Yeah, this is like the most normal. Beside mocks, this is very normal compared to like everyone else. Yeah, thank you Haley for submitting, and I wish to see more of your submission next time. Now, we're gonna transfer to my future self. Hello again, I am back, and before I reveal the prompt for next week, which is also the final week of the month, I'd like to say thank you everyone for participating, and I saw like 2 new people joining, and it's very interesting to have more people in the server and submit for prompt. It boosted it really inspired me to like do more of these streaming and prompt showcase. Anyway, now for the prompt we have this week is the word shiny, like it's the monthly word. Yeah, the word is shiny, and limit, and it's due by 30th of June. Yeah, you can join anything shiny, like bracelets, gemstones, board heads. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I wish to see your submissions in the server. Link to the Discord in the description. If it doesn't work, please comment, and one of our specialists will send you a new link. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching. I'll see you all next time. Good morning, good afternoon, good night.